I don't know if you guys knew this, but the next generation of billionaires is already being created as we speak. And these are going to be people who capitalize on the Web3 technology that has been coming out as of recent. And if you guys watch this video all the way to the end, I guarantee you'll be able to learn something about the Web3 space and how you could capitalize. Really quickly, I want to hop into something that I have been seeing on my timeline left and right, and that is the Kanye West and Andrew Tate deplatformization. And people are kind of worried because what's going to stop these centralized entities, people who are in charge of all of these platforms and have full control over them, to deplatform pretty much anyone for any reason? I know a lot of people personally who've been removed off of Instagram and TikTok and all these other platforms, and they lose pretty much all their following. So that's what Web3 is pretty much aiming to solve. So that's why I'm bringing up Kanye West. That's why I'm bringing up Andrew Tate, and not because I approve of what they're saying, because if you think about it, a lot of these social media centralized platforms could pretty much remove anyone for saying anything out of the allowed box. And that's what Web3 could sort of aim to solve. Issues like this. Pretty much anything that's on Web 2 currently is completely centralized. They could remove anyone on a whim. So that's where we're going to see a new generation of people who can now own their content, now come out of the limelight. And email was already pretty much doing this way back in the day, because even if you get banned off of Instagram, you get banned off of Twitter, you're still going to sort of have an email list. That's not going to go anywhere. You can't really be banned off email unless your email address is blacklisted. And that's technically a more decentralized approach than just having like an Instagram. But still, these tech giants like Gmail, which is owned by Google, could then, shut down your accounts and pretty much freeze all of your stuff like that as well. So you're not really even decentralized on an email platform either. So it's just something to keep in mind. And I want to let you guys know, this is just one topic out of the many topics that Web3 could solve. And there's so many issues in the world. And if you guys can figure out some sort of solutions, you're going to be making an insane amount of money, especially since at the moment we're seeing venture capitalists pouring money into Web3, NFTs, crypto, and all these other sectors like wildfire. I don't know if you guys seen these massive deals on projects that haven't even created anything yet. And you guys might be thinking, oh, this is money laundering or this or that, but it's really not. A lot of these companies who are pouring money into these startup projects are hoping they hit the next Amazon, they hit the next eBay. They're hoping to hit one of these projects that end up doing these insane runs like a Google or a Yahoo, or maybe they'll hit like a PayPal or an Amazon during like the .com bubble. But when you see VC money coming into a certain sector, that just proves that there is a huge amount of hype and a huge amount of potential, because even if a lot of these projects just inevitably run to zero, they're pretty much banking on the one that ends up actually having a full-on run. And we're already seeing platforms like Reddit already hopping into this space and now taking advantage of the NFT technology by dropping their NFT digital avatars, which is essentially just an NFT but branded a little nicer for people who don't want to let the world know that they own NFTs, because the term NFT, I don't know if you guys have been on TikTok or Instagram or one of these other platforms, is very hated. No one likes NFTs, but digital collectibles, on the other hand, sounds more enticing for a lot of people. NFT, a lot of people don't even know what the term means. So if you're able to just term it as digital collectible, boom, solves the entire issue. And that's why a lot of these Reddit NFTs did so well. People weren't buying these necessarily to flip them right off the bat. They were buying them to use them. And there's a lot of people who use Reddit, about 400,000 people at the current moment. And that is even more than Twitter. And I believe Twitter is like 60% bots or something at this point. And the fact that Reddit pulled up, made an NFT drop, and got 3 million new wallets created NFTs is insane. Because if you compare this to OpenSea, they've had a platform since 2017 selling NFTs with over $31 billion in NFT secondary volume, and Reddit just came in and absolutely demolished that within like a month. So that just goes to show, and there's a lot of companies that are going to be watching this. And I know that Starbucks is going to be hopping into the space relatively soon. They have a new program coming up. You're able to use your rewards points as a Polygon NFT, which is very similar to Reddit. Polygon has been leading the forefront charge of a lot of these NFTs because it's just easy. When you're on Ethereum, for example, no one wants to be spending $20 in gas fees to get a cup of coffee, but with Polygon, you're pretty much paying cents. So essentially what I'm getting at is we're pretty much still at the forefront. Companies like Nike, Adidas, and now Reddit, Starbucks, and many more are still hopping into the space. That just shows how early we really are. And a good amount of these Reddit NFTs, people bought for maybe like $10, and a good amount of them are already selling for about 1 Ethereum, which is basically 100x from their mint price. So now a lot of people who hated NFTs are now growing to like them, because now they're getting all of this free money, and they kind of are more open to learning about the technology now. So it's a very smart move for Reddit to sort of do the credit card system and then make people not even really realize that it is an NFT, because now that their NFT is worth all this money, it's going to have more of a positive connotation to a lot of these people. And there's a lot of people who are trying out new methods. I know Snoop Dogg is trying to create an NFT music label. So instead of going through a label, you go through an NFT, and then you get to keep pretty much all the royalties yourself. So if you guys see anything that you could fix with Web3 technology and you're able to sort of figure out a game plan, build it, I'm willing to bet you're going to be making an insane amount of money. There are companies just looking to spend millions and millions of dollars just on ideas alone. And you can see that with all of those previous NFTs that I put on the screen, and I'll put a couple on the screen again, just so you guys could see, like, this is not just 1 or 2 projects. This is hundreds at this point of companies throwing in money into different projects that they think that could have that 1% chance of being one of these these PayPals or one of these Amazons. So I want you guys to understand right off the bat that this technology is not fully understood yet by a lot of people, and that is exactly why we are so early. And one of my close friends, Brett, who's in this space, always tells me that NFTs aren't going to become mass adopted until people lose the connotation of NFTs and just buy them without even realizing what they truly are. Because why do you need to understand the technology just to buy something? It doesn't make sense. And there's a good amount of people who just don't care. They don't want to learn, and that's perfectly fine. Ease of convenience is going to be the new wave of Web3 technology. And if you guys could figure out something that you could solve, you're going to be making an insane bag during this time. And if you guys want to see what has been going on in the Web3 space, make sure you guys check out the first link in the bio, because we just filmed a completely private video for only our subscriber holders. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys smash that like. That's going to be all for today. Peace out.